I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa. What up, Renzo gang? Now, today, this right here, before I get into the video, today is a special day, Renzo gang. Today is your boy's 31st birthday. You heard me correctly. It's your boy's 31st birthday. Happy birthday to me. Oh, man, that's crazy. I swear I was just 21. I was just graduating college. Now I'm 31. That's crazy. Mm. But anyway, enough of all that, enough of all that. Yeah. Today, Superman movie review. Man, let me tell y'all something. I went to go see this movie, and I'm gonna tell you something. Go see this movie for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say right now. As far as the spoiler free, go see this movie for yourself. For those of you that don't know who directed this movie, James Gunn. He's the one that directed the trilogy of the Guardians of the Galaxy. If you watch this movie, you definitely will tell that he did this movie. Oh, Renzo Gang. You know what? I'ma just end the little spoiler free part and we're gonna get on into the spoiler. So if you did not watch this movie, you might not want to see this video unless you don't care about the spoilers and unless you don't care about those type of movies. Other than that, let's go, Renzo Gang. So first and foremost, it started out. Normally, Superman movies start out how he became Superman. You know how he got to Earth, this, that, and the third. This Superman movie, it wasn't that, and I like that because it's like just like when it comes to like certain superheroes like Spider-Man or Superman, they always want to do a backstory, and something different. I wanted to just start where he's at. You know, it started out. He got beat on, and he crashed into the where his fortress is at. And, he while he was injured, he whispered. I mean, he whistled. And Crypto came. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Crypto was amazing in the movie. I love that dog in the movie. Like Crypto was amazing. Even though they made him a little too playful, but Crypto was amazing in the movie. And this is the first time we ever got Crypto live. Y'all, that was crazy. I oh wow. Let me tell y'all something. James Gunn did his thing with this movie. And this Lex Luthor was hell bent on trying to destroy Superman. I'm telling you, this Lex Luthor, he was obsessed with beating and destroying Superman. And I actually liked this Lex Luthor. I liked him. I liked him a lot. I did. I'm not gonna cap. I did. And this guy that played Lex Luthor, he was also the Beast in X Men. First X Men Future. I can't even get it out. First Class, X Men First Class, and Days of Future Past, X Men, Apocalypse, and Dark Phoenix. That's him, Nicholas Holt. He did his thing. Lois Lane, she did her thing. I like this Lois Lane as well. And I think with James Gunn, he wanted to have a fresh start, and he wanted to have all his superheroes and villains and characters. Everybody was young. I liked it. A fresh start. Um, man, this Superman movie was amazing. I'm telling you, go see it for yourself. And then also Superman, another reason why Lex Luthor was trying to destroy him so hard is because Superman, he went to war. He stopped the war, which he kind of really wasn't supposed to, but he did anyway. And a lot of people, they love Superman. Of course, Superman is for the people. And what got me in this movie, what got me was the message that Superman's Kryptonian parents, Jor-El and his wife, sent him, when he was a baby before, Krypton was destroyed. Normally in the comics and in all the movies, Jor-El and his wife sent Superman to planet Earth to save him, from dying, and also they saved him and also sent him to planet Earth, to be a protector, to do his thing. But the twist of this movie, and it shocked me, and I liked it, that his parents actually, Superman, he doesn't remember his parents, of course, and he never really heard the full message of what his parents sent him. So he thought they would sent him there, to protect Earth. But in actuality, Jor-El and his wife sent him there to conquer Earth. That's why I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. He was sent to conquer Earth. So of course, that's when people started hating Superman. And it kind of remind me of, you know, what the Viltrumites did. For those who don't know the Viltrumites, they're from the comics, the show Invincible. And Omni Man, he was sent to Earth to conquer. And I was like, wow, they pulled a Viltrumite move. That was insane. But of course, Superman, he was not going out like that. He loved the people. He's from Kansas. He was raised by Martha and Jonathan. He was raised by them. So he's a people person. He loves the people. He's going to protect them. And when Superman found out, exactly what the message was, because Lex Luthor and his minions, and they hijacked, the system, the Fortress of Solitude, attacked, all the robots there, and attacked Crypto and kidnapped Crypto, and they sent the message out, and turns out that message, it wasn't fake, it was real. So the people that Superman were trying to save, they turned on him and they hated him. And then you had what do you call that group, the Justice, I forgot the actual name of the Justice something. You had, which consists of Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific. And they were like, okay, is this real? Did you know this or did you not know this? And Superman was like, of course I didn't know. I'm not going to harm people. And Green Lantern was good, Hawk Girl was good, and Mr. Terrific was good. It, man, the action in this movie was insane. And then also, what I also liked about this movie was it had a lot of, a lot of good, sense of humor to it, and I liked it. And a lot of people may not like it, but Superman is a people person. That's what his character is. He's a people person. He's down to earth. And the guy, David, I can't pronounce his last name, but the guy that plays Superman, he played a really good Clark Kent, even though we didn't have that much of Clark Kent in the movie. But he outdid himself with the with the goofiness, with the unseriousness of Clark Kent, and with Superman actually being a people person. And he gave a little more personality to this Superman, and I really liked it. He gave a good personality to Clark and Superman. I loved it. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. This movie was really good. Um Also, what also happened in the movie? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Lex Luthor, he kidnapped Crypto, and Superman, he was going to go after, Lex Luthor, to get his dog. And it made it seem like, Superman was very aggressive, and that's not what that was. So Superman, he finally decided that you know what, I'm just gonna turn myself in, but I gotta get the dog. And he turned himself in, and he was also battling this thing called Ultraman, which happens to be a clone created to destroy Superman by Lex Luthor. And he went to go try to find Crypto, and Lex Luthor, he created a pocket universe. And the pocket universe, it got out of hand, of course, and it was so bad to the point where it was actually going to destroy the world. And Lex Luthor, he just did not care. He wanted to do everything he could to stop Superman. And also in the movie, we had Colonel Rick Flag, Rick Flag in there. And they showed Peacemaker. He was actually on television. I'm like, y'all show Peacemaker? That, wow. James Gunn knows what he's doing. I loved it. And not only did, Superman, he turned himself in and, he was trying to go find crypto, but he stumbled across a white Martian. And the white Martian, his child was in there, he was not trying to talk to Superman, none of that. And it got to the point where he kryptonite on Superman, he like, don't talk to me! Don't talk to me! And man, and when he finally convinced, the White Martian to help him, he saved the White Martian's child, and they all got out of the pocket universe and escaped. And I also like this movie also because Mr. Terrific, he was more so helping out Superman more than anything. Even though, they all had their doubts if Superman, was really evil or not, he still stood behind Superman all the way from when he showed up to all the way to the end of the movie, and I really loved that. And honestly, I didn't know much on Mr. Terrific. The first time I actually knew about Mr. Terrific was in the Arrowverse in Arrow. That's the only time I knew about Mr. Terrific. And the guy that played Mr. Terrific, he's the one that played in uh X-Men First Class. He was the one that Sebastian Shaw had killed, the mutant that literally couldn't die, the one, that literally adapted to everything. That's the one that played Mr. Terrific. And he outdone himself in this role. This movie was amazing. And I'm gonna keep saying that y'all have got to go see this. If you're a DC fan, Superman fan, this is the movie to go see. I'm telling you. Then not to mention Superman fought that big giant, whatever that thing was, and he beat it along with the you know, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, and Mr. Terrific. And okay, Hawk Girl with the screeching noise, it was a bit obnoxious, but I liked Hawk Girl. That was the first time we seen her, you know, and we got a good Green Lantern guy. That's how and a lot of people were upset about the Green Lantern. That's how he looked in the comics, like early in the comics. Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, Lex Luthor was insane. Like he was insane. I loved it. I loved it. Superman, and I love his sense of humor. Like the Superman, like and then every time Crypto always kept destroying stuff, like he was playing too much and kept trying to destroy stuff. Superman was like, bad dog, stay, dude. He like, what, dude? Come on, man. And I really like how he got into character with this Superman. I really like how he brought so much energy to this role. I loved it. Like nothing against Henry Cavill. I loved Henry Cavill and the guy from Superman and Lois. I like that Superman too. Tyler something. He's the one, Derek from Teen Wolf. I can't pronounce his last name, but yeah, he was a good Superman. This is a good Superman. And then with this one, he kind of gave me that old school Christopher Reeve Superman vibe. That's what really gravitated me to him. Because at first, before I seen the trailer, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. And I gave it a chance, and that movie was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Then not to mention, y'all, not to mention, Supergirl arrived. And this time it's different because Crypto's actually her dog. And Crypto he was very playful and obnoxious a little bit. Like Crypto was, he was man, that was a good dog. I loved it. And when Superman, he redeemed himself and got back, got the people's trust again. And when he actually found out that when everyone actually found out that Lex Luthor was a traitor and he was trying to become king of him and this army I forgot the name of it. He was working with these people to take out. He was just trying to be in control. And when Superman confronted him, he Crypto doggone pretty much almost tried to kill Lex Luthor. Like Crypto was going in on Lex, and Superman was like, "Bad dog, like chill, 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 chill." And it was so funny, like the chemistry with Superman and Crypto. It was funny. Like I loved it. And then you had this one girl that was supposedly Lex Luthor's girlfriend, and she was like secretly, talking to Jimmy, and she was a little cuckoo, and she was like, you know if you do this for me, I'll get you the information, that about Lex, and after that, then we can be together. Because she was literally trying to be with Jimmy, and he was pretty much just using her just to get information, so they can, say, try to clear Superman's name. Lois already knew Superman's identity. They were already dating, and then she finally met Superman's parents. His Kansas parents, Martha and Jonathan. She had to take him there because after he saved Crypto and the White Martian and his child, he actually had to go there because he was injured and he wasn't all the way healed. So Mr. Terrific had to stay back and try to close that pocket universe that Lex created, because Lex Luthor, this Lex Luthor was very powerful. I would say that. And he didn't even have the suit on. And Ultraman was beating the brakes off Superman, and Superman was fighting him back. And then that girl, I forgot her name. She used to be a human, but she risked her humanity to work beside Lex Luthor to try to take out all the metahumans, because Lex Luthor, he hated the metahumans in this movie. And in this universe, Superman was the strongest metahuman. So Lex, he did everything he could to try to. In his eyes, Superman was there to destroy them, and Lex, he was just so overly obsessed with taking out Superman. He was very overly obsessed with taking out Superman. And before you guys even say anything, or no, we did not get Batman. No, Batman did not show up at all. Especially Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's separate from the DC universe, so no, he did not show up. We did not get any signs of the Dark Knight. We only got Supergirl. That's it. Supergirl, that was it. And I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of thought we were gonna get, at least a little glimpse or snippet of Lobo, because Lobo is supposed to be in the Supergirl movie that's coming out. I was wrong. We didn't get Lobo. But later on, Mike Martian, he did join the group, the Justice. I'm gonna just call them the Justice of America. I'm gonna just call them, because I actually forgot their name in the movie. I wasn't really paying attention to the name, but he joined, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern, and Mr. Terrific. So, and so of course, Superman was their ally, and the action in this movie was amazing. Like Superman, he put boots to behind in this movie, even though he was getting beat on some, but he was putting boots to behind. And this Superman, he wasn't just serious. Like he had a funny side, he had a serious side, and he had an emotional side. It connected with the fans. It connected with me. That's why I loved it. And also, this Superman movie was so accurate to the comics. It was accurate to the comics. Anytime you have a DC or Marvel movie that's accurate to the comics, you sold me. And one thing about James Gunn, he's going to try to make his comic book movies accurate to the comics. Like, look, Guardians of the Galaxy. And then you can tell when they entered into that pocket universe, you can tell there was James Gunn's work, because it kind of reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, yeah, you can tell James Gunn did this. Yes, he did this. And I was happy. I was all the way happy with this movie. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but I give it a 9 out of 10. One of the best superhero movies. One of the best superhero movies. I haven't seen, Fantastic Four comes out in a couple more weeks. And I will see that movie. And I will give you guys a movie review on that. But right now, we're talking about Superman. And I was very, very, very excited to come see that movie, and it didn't disappoint. James Gunn, I appreciate what you did with this movie. Superman 2025. This was Great. And I really hope we don't have no more Superman movies. I hope this is the last Superman movie that we do, that we get a remake with a different actor. Please stop. Because this Superman, he was good. I really liked him. And also he was a very tall Superman too. He was tall. The oh yeah, the flying was amazing. The his breath was amazing. The laser beam was amazing. And when he was fighting Ultraman, and then it showed that he was a clone, I was like, yo. And then, oh man, go see this movie. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Go see this movie. Go see it. And honestly, I'm gonna have to go see that movie again. I gotta go see it again. I'm sorry, I gotta see it again because I probably might have missed like a good key point in there, which I doubt I did. But I gotta go see this movie again because this movie was just too amazing. The movie was not, like I said, 9.5 out of 10. I'm getting 9.5 out of 10. Movie was amazing. Crypto was amazing. Superman was phenomenal. Lex Luthor was good. I loved how demented, not really, I wanted to really say demented, but how I want to say he was a beast without the suit. I'm gonna just say that Lex Luthor was a beast without the suit. Lois Lane was good. Shoot, at the Daily Planet, what's his name? Perry. He was amazing. Jimmy was good. Superman's his earthly Kansas parents, they were good. In Smallville. Well, Kansas, yeah, Kansas, Smallville, yeah. Anyway, um, the action was good. The little comic reliefs are good. Like this movie made you. This movie connected with the fans. Like it's almost like you can relate to this Superman almost, and that's what I really loved about it. And it was so comic accurate. Even when Superman fought that giant monster, that was in the comics. The Green Lantern, how he looked, that was in the comics. Mr. Terrific, all of them, they were that's all in the comics. Like that movie was really good. And it didn't start out with, Superman, how he became Superman, how he came to Earth. It just continued, and then on top of that, what really got me was his parents sending him from Krypton to Earth to conquer it. That was I did not expect that. Me and my work buddy, we went to go see that movie, and we were shocked when we found out that Jor-El and his wife sent Superman to conquer Earth. I was like, whoa, whoa, that was something different and new, and I loved it. I'm serious. And this movie, it was not a cliche. It was not, another remake Superman movie. It was good. I loved it. And I keep saying I loved it because I loved it. I mean, Superman's one of those characters I grew up on. It was always Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Those are the Trinity that I grew up on. Man, let me tell y'all something. Go see this movie if you haven't. Go see it. And if you've seen it, see it again. See it 1,000 times until you get tired of seeing it. Man, Renzo Gang, let me tell y'all something. That was a good way to start off my birthday weekend. That was a birthday present to myself. And not to mention, even though I am 31 years old, I have my YouTube channel. I got y'all, my family, and I also got me a car. You know, I'm happy with what I have. Thank you, God, for that. I'm happy. This is one of the best birthdays. I'm actually doing what I love to do. I'm actually doing my I'm doing my YouTube on my birthday. This is amazing. It's crazy. It's amazing. Anyway, post your comments down below. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed this movie review reaction, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And also, make sure y'all wish your boy happy birthday. You feel me? I love y'all, Renzo Gang. I will see y'all next time.